heart of Gurugram, a city renowned for its rapid growth and innovation, stands Whiteland Corporation, a trailblazer in real estate. Founded in 2021, Whiteland Corporation excels in crafting top-notch residential and commercial properties, collaborating with world-class consultants to deliver superior quality and design. Whiteland's unique approach embodies transparency, integrity, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. The company maintains the highest standards in execution, continually setting new benchmarks in real estate development. Dedicated to enriching lives, they build inspiring and sustainable projects for communities. Hello and a very warm welcome to our special show. Whiteland Corporation presents Realty Rendezvous in association with CNBC TV18. Today we have the honor of speaking with the visionary founder of Whiteland Corporation, a rising star in NCR's competitive real estate market. We will explore what motivated him to enter this domain, the company's plan for residential and commercial projects, and their innovative approach to gaining customer trust. And now please join me in welcoming Navdeep Sardana, founder and chairman of Whiteland Corporation. Navdeep, what a pleasure to come to your office, which is so impressive. Fantastic hospitality. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
13 years in the industry, and Whiteland is 3 years old. It's a baby, but it is taking steps, leaps and bounds. So many projects in the making. What brought you to the industry? And one is being part of the industry, and the other is running a huge company like this. What has been the change, and how has the industry treated you?
It's been very well. I think there are big players, and it's a competitive market.
Yeah.
And that has been a blessing because there is a lot of learning around.
But tell me something, when you're working with the big fish and when you're looking at the market which is changing so rapidly, especially COVID के बाद तो बिल्कुल ऐसा लगा कि market बिल्कुल ही बदल गया है. And then the industry picked up and the wants and demands of the consumer are so different. How did you decide that this is the sector, and in this sector, this is the expertise that I'm going to choose?
Mugdha, see, there are two things which you asked. Big developers, big things, and why we came into this industry in such a competitive market. I just remain focused on what I'm doing. So I was doing from last 10 years the brokerage business. After that, I realized that now I'm capable enough to handle this real estate development business. So for me, this journey has been really good because I enjoy every day what I'm doing.
Are you a first generation person in this business?
Yes, I'm the very first generation business. Mostly in my family, people are either in government sector or they are from agriculture background. My father has been a farmer and still a farmer.
How lovely. Now to build buildings and residential complexes, it must make him very proud that somebody from the family is now foraying in an industry where the buildings are getting bigger by the day. When you think about the future of your company, where do you see yourself focusing more? Is it residential, commercial, or a mix of both?
We will be focusing both. But first we need to understand the basic of both the business. Whenever I am doing commercial, we should build project, we should build real estate, which is highly, ROI driven. And secondly, it should be always appreciating assets. So that would be our focus when we do commercial. Whenever it comes to residential, it's a big game because resi market is very big in India. So ultimately we need to understand the basic of that कि हमें घर बना के देना है, लोगों के सपने संजो के देने हैं. So that shouldn't be only driven with the profit or viability, financial viability. We should look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is just one thing, that आपको एक घर देना है जिसमें उस क्लाइंट के सारे सपने सजोए हुए हों. आपको वो पूरी शिद्दत से बनाना है, क्वालिटी डिलीवरी देनी है, टाइम पे देनी है, एंड डे बाय डे उसमें वैल्यू एडिशन करते जाना है. Today what I have realized, even making the product and maintaining the product makes the whole difference. So that product should be everlasting. So this is what I believe.
What are some of the things you do to earn that trust of the customer, and also take us through your product portfolio?
See, this is the most relevant thing. As I told you that, in our industry there are few fiascos and there's a trust deficit, especially in real estate. Not, at larger scale, but there are few fiascos where we need to accept that people harden money, is being stuck, project not getting delivery. So everybody desires कि मेरी company में transparency हो, honor, commitment, these words, and they focus on that. But to give that, what sort of infrastructure they have, what sort of people they have. So in Whiteland Corporation, we have hired the best, those who have 30 years experience and they are doing Gurgaon market only. Also, we've been very cautious and careful while choosing the consultants,
Right.
because they are also become your team.
The vendors, consultants.
Yes,
Yeah.
consultants, contractor, designers, landscapers. So entire team is been very, very meticulous about their job. Most importantly is the intent which makes the difference. So our intent is very clear, very pure, that we will be making all projects on time, we'll be delivering the best of the quality possible, and we'll be putting our best potential to execute all the things. So that's how we think that we'll be able to win the trust of our customers.
Let's talk about your product portfolio.
Currently, we are just doing 3 projects. One is commercial, which is on the verge of delivery now, and very soon it will be operational by a couple of months. And second is the residential project, which is divided into 2 parts. Approximately 450 apartments are low rise and 850 are high rise. So 450 apartments will be delivering by next year.
Wonderful.
And the rest will take another 3 years. But so far the construction is going in full swing, and as I said that we'll be adhering to quality, compliance, everything. So that is going good. And the third project will be just launching on Dwarka Expressway very soon.
Wonderful. I want to talk to you about the Dwarka Expressway project, but let's take a small break. But when we come back, more conversations with Navdeep Sardana and of course looking at the Dwarka Expressway project. Keep watching. Welcome back. Let's talk more to Navdeep Sardana about his upcoming projects, especially the one at Dwarka Expressway. I hear about that plan, and I was always fascinated with that area because it has been developing at a very rapid stage. But tell me, what made you pick this area and partner with nobody else but Marriott International?
So Dwarka Expressway is very, very booming. And we find the infrastructure of Dwarka Expressway is very much sustainable for any development. And what I have realized, it's just named as Dwarka Expressway. However, it is decongesting the entire Gurgaon.
True.
People from Vatika Chowk, from this sector, sector 65, are taking that route to reach airport. And third one, what I've realized, that mostly developers, you name any big developers of Gurgaon, they have a landmark, they have a footprint over Dwarka Expressway. So that was the major reason for all, choosing the Dwarka Expressway for the new project. But your second question, why Marriott? So Mugdha, let me tell you, so I am there in the industry from last 13 years. So what I have realized over a period of time while meeting so many clients, there is a big shift in the real estate people's mind, like why they are choosing products in Gurgaon. So what I have realized, there was a time when an apartment was considered under the, around the 4 walls or inside the 4 walls. You give a good Italian marble and, एक आप अच्छी amenities दे दो, safety security provide करवा दो, your job is done. But over a period of last decade or maybe 5-7 years especially, so people are more towards software part of it, like entire package of an apartment is more and more than the 4 walls. When I say 4 wall, beyond 4 walls means concierge services, means club, hospitality.
Right.
The moment you enter into a complex, the overall ambience, they want a 5-star sort of thing or maybe a resort living. So, to deliver the same intent, I think a hospitality partner would be a very, very great thing. And these are the things would be much appreciated in times to come.
So what is the association with Marriott International look like? What does it look like in the developing stages and also in the long-term stage?
So, Mugdha, when the product been conceptualized, till the time it's been delivered, it's almost 8 years span what we have signed. However, our endeavor would be to deliver in 5 years time. So, entire planning from design, from concept, from execution is been in mutual scope. Like they will be reviewing each and every aspect. अगर मैं सिंपल भाषा में बताऊं तो पूरे प्रोजेक्ट में स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम एंट्रेंस लॉबी और फ्रॉम एंट्रेंस गेट, एक ग्रास का पत्ता से लेके आपके बाथरूम में कैसा पत्थर लगेगा, पूरे कॉम्प्लेक्स में आपकी किस तरीके की लुक एंड फील होगी, एंड दे आर मोर नेचर ओरिएंटेड, वेलनेस ओरिएंटेड. सो वेलनेस और नेचर को ध्यान में रखते हुए पूरा लैंडस्केप कैसा हो, कितने पूल्स हों, हॉस्पिटैलिटी कैसी हो, क्लब. So everything as per their experience, as per their standards, we will be meeting. And they have a set of panel, like people, those who are associated with them in terms of architecture, designer, landscape. So we are working with those only. And once they approve the design, then the same needs to be executed. And it goes back for the approval. So I think it adds a lot of value in a product. So overall आपको जो ambience मिलेगा ना, एंट्रेंस लॉबी का, क्लब का, अपार्टमेंट का, दैट वुड गिव अ 5-star रिजॉर्ट फीलिंग. दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ अरेंजमेंट वी हैव. बट द मोस्ट फंडामेंटल फैक्टर्स, इट्स जस्ट नॉट लाइसेंस और नेम. एक प्रेस्टीज वैल्यू होती है ना कि आई एम स्टेइंग इन वेस्टर्न रेजिडेंसी, दिस कैन नॉट बी द सेकंड वन, राइट. ये तो एक आपकी प्रेस्टीज एड्रेस वैल्यू वाली बात हो गई. बट दे विल बी मेंटेनिंग द प्रॉपर्टी. सो पोस्ट डिलीवरी देयर इज एन एग्रीमेंट टिल 30 years and further renewable. So that will give a lot of value addition to the actual buyers or actual people who are staying in.
That my property is managed by Marriott International.
This is what is the most important part of this arrangement, this agreement with Marriott and Whiteland Corporation.
Absolutely. And when we speak about branded residences in India, customer की demand भी बड़ी हो गई है. जो पहले स्विमिंग पूल और जिम से बड़े खुश हो जाते थे, आज उनको ये बेसिक एमिनिटीज लगती हैं. एंड the demand for such properties, of course, after COVID has gone up, and luxury is something that they are now looking at from a very well-traveled lens. Where do you draw your inspiration from when you are designing these homes, and how are your offerings standing out?
Idea is to reduce people's time. Like today you can buy anything, but you can't control the time. So our endeavor, our purpose, that people's energy and time should be focused on more productive things. So let some manager needs to handle all those things. Yeah. So I want to reduce that. Also, what we have realized that Gurgaon market in particular, and India is, as you rightly said, that people look after from the world's lens, so they are well traveled. So Gurgaon market is mature enough, to accept that project. However costly or however maintenance costly it would be, doesn't make a difference as long as they get the same quality, which they get in 5-star resort or in any good hotel. So this is what this is where it is coming from.
You spoke about taking the stress away from your customers, but that stress is then coming to you. Real estate is a stressful business, but sometimes people say we thrive in that excitement. But honestly speaking, पहले तो ये बताइए आप कितने घंटे सोते हैं, and then how do you detox?
So truly speaking, I am very, very, very well versed with my business. One should do a full potential of oneself. जो भी आप काम कर रहे हैं वो आप पूरे शिद्दत से करें. आप अपने कंप्लीट कंप्लायंस रखें, फाइनेंशियल कंट्रोल पूरा अपने पास रखें, ओवर स्टेप ना करें. जो भी इंडस्ट्री में पीछे मिस्टेक्स हुई हैं उससे लर्न करके आगे चलें. तो आई डोंट थिंक कोई स्ट्रेस आता है व्हेन यू आर सॉर्टेड फ्रॉम विद इन, एंड देन एवरीथिंग गोज एंड टेक्स प्लेस.
Now we're looking at the key micro market areas that you are concentrating in. They're very niche. You are in a city where infrastructure development is happening. What trends are you seeing, especially when we talk about future pricing indexes and also infrastructure?
So, Mugdha, we need to see from two perspectives. One, Gurgaon in general, and second, Dwarka Expressway in particular.
Right.
So, when I say Gurgaon in general, I mean Gurgaon is getting appreciation day by day. Why? Because it's been fundamentally driven by many factors. The very first is the airport. Second is the daily connectivity. The third is the MNCs coming and day by day jobs are increasing, better schools, better hospital, better malls and metro, everything. Second, what you will see, and the entire North India wants some piece of land or some apartments or something or the other in Gurgaon. Even HNIs or NRIs, they also want to buy something in Gurgaon. So that always keeps Gurgaon demand very high. And the Dwarka Expressway, as we were earlier talking, so it has got very well connected with airport and the western and southern part of Delhi. Also, it's very well connected with NH8, Signature Tower, Honda Chowk, all this area. Geographically, it's been, all the projects are in the vicinity, all the good landmarks of Gurgaon. So we see a good time coming for Gurgaon. It's not yet reached to that saturation level because at so many areas we've seen compared to Delhi, the prices are 1/3 so far.
Absolutely. Finally, what changes do you think you will see in the real estate industry in the future, in the coming years? Any predictions, so to say?
So we should be fully prepared with all our arms and ammunition, means what, like I said, strong commercial, strong financial, strong compliance. This is what we are prepared. Let the situation come, we'll deal accordingly.
But anything that you are excited about to see in the near future?
Look at this from this perspective. There was a time when what was needed or what was, asked for. So earlier, any home buyer used to look at the space, and मोस्टली जो बड़ी बिजनेस फैमिलियाँ होती थी उनको चाहिए था कि एक बड़ा ड्राइंग रूम हो, एक पार्टी करने का हॉल हो, जो मेरे पास लोग आए तो मैं उनको अटेंड करूँ यहाँ पे. बट अब मैंने रियलाइज़ किया है, बट एज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वी ऑल्सो हैव बीन वेरी कॉन्शियस अबाउट दैट. People are just bothered about their space. Like they want, their master bedroom to be bigger size and their personal walk-in wardrobes and big washrooms, the way we get in कोठीज. उनको लगता है कि मैं अपने ड्राइंग रूम में अब शायद उतना एंटरटेन नहीं करूंगा बिकॉज देयर इज अ फैंसी क्लब अवेलेबल देयर. सो वो एक एरिया जो हमारा था, से फॉर एग्जांपल किसी भी अपार्टमेंट का 5000 स्क्वायर फीट एरिया है, सो द मोर एरिया विल बी डिवोटिंग टू द पर्सनल स्पेस फॉर अ मास्टर ऑफ द हाउस और अ लेडी ऑफ द हाउस. किचन भी मेरे को लगता है जो पहले होता था कि बीच में एक आइलैंड चाहिए, वो अब लोगों को चाहिए कि मोस्टली किचन हैज बीन यूज्ड बाय डोमेस्टिक हेल्प. Even will be focusing on the good size for the domestic help, or maybe in a 4 BHK, two servant quarters or 2 domestic help rooms. So these are the trends changing. So as a developer, as an organization, we should be able to see what is coming, and we should be capable enough to execute those things before time. Like our project should be ahead of 10 years. As you see the AI technology these days, AI is so far, one can hear everything or you can read your mind. So products, whatever we make as a complex, it should be fundamentally very well technology driven. So it should be able to adopt everything it comes in times to come.
Wonderful. You definitely know the pulse of your customer. You know what is happening in Gurgaon. You are already in an area where you know how to separate luxury from ultra luxury and how hospitality is now very important when we talk about real estate. And you're spot on when you, in fact, you described a person like me who would want to have my own personal space done up in a better, more comfortable way versus, the aspirations that perhaps our previous generations had about when you described, a big living room, multiple people to host. But yeah, I mean, the psyche of people are changing, the consumer is changing. And of course, when you spoke about technology, I think that is so important that your projects are going to be tech ready. Now, whatever is the future technology that is coming, your apartments and your complexes are already. Absolutely.
We should put that provision. I can see in my manager's mobile, he is operating his home from his mobile. Yeah. Any services, you name anything. It's not just fans and lights.
Smart homes, etc.
Smart homes, everything. So we should be ready for that, I think.
Wonderful. You said you can't predict the future, but I already see you predicting the future. Thank you so much with all the insights that you shared, and best of luck for the marquee project that is coming up with Marriott International, the Dwarka Expressway project. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you very much, Mugdha. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.